Hi everyone, so today I'm going to give you a sequence for your lower back mainly, stiff achy back, sore shoulders up into the neck. Generally a lot of people suffer with this complaint and it can be as a result of stress but also just feeling stiff in the back as well from sitting at the desk. So we're going to do a little sequence now. If you want to come onto your mat or carpet, if you don't have a mat, that's absolutely fine. Bring your knees out wide and bring your two toes to touch. Sit down into your heels. Walk your hands out onto the mat, soften your shoulders. Bring your forehead to the mat. And you're just going to center yourself here. As you spread through the fingers, take the hands out wide and take some nice deep breaths into your back. So filling the back body with air, imagine the ribs expanding left and right. Nice deep breaths. You can take a breath in through the nose and out the mouth. Make sure you don't feel suffocated here. You might need to come right onto the forehead. Make some space. If you want to massage the forehead here, you can. And just imagine that breath filling up the back body, expanding out all the tissues, giving you some relief through your back. Softening your shoulders. Lovely deep breath in here, in and out. Exhale out and just center yourself, allowing yourself to be here, letting the day fall away, all the outside noise now. Tuning into the lovely sound of your breath as you breathe in and out. Filling up the breath in the back with breath. We're going to do a few nice deep breaths here for a moment or two. Another deep breath in and out. Expanding the back, exhale out the mouth. One more now, deep breath in. And lovely long exhale. Well done. So we're going to crawl up and we're going to come straight into what we call a cat-cow, which is a lovely pose to really open out the back. So you're going to spread your hands, spread the fingertips wide on the mat. Take your elbows out wide and just wrap your triceps so the eye of the elbow meets the wrist. And your knees are directly underneath your hips here. So as you move now, you're going to feel stiff to start with. Quite normal to feel stiff at the start, especially if your back is sore. So you're going to go gently, spreading through the hands, breathing. You're going to dip the tummy down, bring your chest through the collarbone, stick the bum in the air, and take a deep breath into the pelvis here. Exhale, you're going to round through the back and suck the navel right up into the spine. So you're going to feel a stretch and a rounding through the back here. And you're going to inhale, dip down again and bring your chest through. So breathing through the little bit of discomfort is good because you're going to get a little bit of resistance when you're tight. And allow the breath just to expand out the back. So imagine the back expanding as you're moving here, hunching through the back, sucking the navel up into the spine. Well done. Inhale, dipping down. Sticking the bum in the air, lifting the chest through. Nice deep breath. You're making space here on your back and the vertebral columns between them, where those spongy discs sit. So as you round through the back, you're just allowing them to bounce back up, those little discs in between each vertebrae. You're giving them some space. So breathing in and out. Nice deep breaths. We're going to do a few of these now, opening out your back. Well done. So you're going to bring some nice gentle kindness and compassion to your back here. I love to say the words, meet yourself where you're at. So you're not judging yourself if you have a sore back. It is what it is. If it's sore, it's sore, and you're going to breathe and help your back to expand a little bit here as you move with kindness and compassion. Breathing into your back. Maybe you've been holding a lot of stress in your body. You need to be kind to your body as you're moving here. Exhaling out. Inhale, dipping down and through. Exhale, rounding through the back. We're going to do one more of these now. Inhale, dipping down. Lifting up, well done. And exhale, rounding through the back. Well done, that's really, really good. So you might want to take a little break here, take the knees out wide again, sit down right onto your heels and just inch the arms forward on the mat. Take a nice deep breath again into the back. And a lovely long exhale out the mouth. And we're going to come back onto all fours now, and we're going to very gently, we're going to inch bring our foot forward in between our hands here. Now we're going to walk the back knee back slightly. So if you want to just heel toe the right foot out a little bit here and take the other hand inside the right foot. You're going to feel a stretch here now all the way through the psoas, which is connected to the breastbone here, and all the way down to the hip flexor and through the quad. And often if we're sitting at our desks a lot or down, you know, this area here in the front of the body can become very tight and then pull on the back. So we want to open that out. So go at your own leisure here now, feeling into it gently. But you want to feel that stretch as you're coming into really deep lunge here. You're going to feel it through the groin on the right side, but you're also going to feel a stretch here through this body here. So you can close your eyes here, spread through your hands and just breathe. And you can take it forward and back a little bit here. Breathing deep into that stretch. So you're stretching here through the front of the body. Nice deep stretch. And if you feel like you can go a little bit further, you could always take the back knee back a little bit here. Just give yourself a little bit of a deeper stretch. You can see here my back heel, I'm on my toes here and I'm pressing into my heel. Now, deep breath in and out. If you know the Ujjayi breath, you can use that. If you don't, it's generally just breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Slight restriction at the back of the throat. But if you want to breathe out the mouth, you can do that. You want to bring all your attention into the stretch. You want to bring your focus into the stretch, feeling into that little bittersweet resistance. Letting the psoas muscle open out, letting the front of the quad open and the groin. And release. You might want to rock back and forth there for a little bit of release. And then we're going to bring that right foot back. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So taking the left knee forward, and you might want to give your leg a helping hand here if you want to. And you're going to heel toe the left foot out now. And you're going to do the same on the other side. So taking the knee back, you can see there I'm up on the tops of my toes, pressing into my heel. Bringing that right knee back. Hands are inside the left foot as I come into a deep lunge on the left side. You'll feel this in the groin, and then once again, you're going to feel this in the psoas and the top of the quad here, all down the quad and the groin. So once again, bringing all your focus there into the stretch. Feeling into the sensations of the stretch. Bringing the breath in there, nice and deep. Giving yourself a lovely good stretch here. particularly now if your lower back is sore, you might be a little bit more resistant than normal. So you're going to go within your honouring your body here. A couple of deep breaths. Well done. And it's good to linger in this stretch for a little bit, just to really get the benefit. Let the muscles open up and the tissues. And imagine the breath coming in there and dissolving any tension. We can just gently ease out now as we move forward and back. Well done. And you're going to take the leg back. So well done there again. Now we're going to come into a pose called the pigeon pose, okay? And this pose we're going to do very gently. We're going to, if you have problems with sciatica or piriformis, generally it's the piriformis muscle gets tight here and it sits here, and this is a good pose if you are getting a little bit of pain there down in the piriformis muscle. So we're going to take the knee now towards the right, behind the right wrist, and we're going to see if we can bring the left foot up behind the left wrist. Now for a lot of us this is going to be really tricky unless you're very flexible. So what you're going to find is that maybe the furthest you can go is maybe to the middle of the mat with this leg. So you're going to bring maybe the foot down to the middle of the mat. And it really all depends on how you can sit into that right hip. So you're going to see if you can sit down into your right hip. If you're finding you're struggling, you're going to bring that right foot into the middle of the mat until you feel comfortable to sit down. And you're honouring the knee here as you sit into your right hip. Okay? So I'm just going to move up the mat so you can see me. And then you're sitting down here into the right hip. And you're going to stay here for a moment or two. And what you're going to notice is you're going to feel a deep release here through that piriformis down the side here. And then you might want to see if you can come down onto your elbows. See how that feels. If you had a block or a book, you could place it underneath your head, like so. And that's quite comfortable. Or if you wanted to come all the way down to the mat, if you felt comfortable, you could. And maybe place your head on a book or a block here. And you're going to take some nice deep breaths now into that right hip. Letting all the muscles open up. Lovely deep breaths. And this really does take the tension out of the hip and around that piriformis muscle that seems like sciatica pain, but it can just be that piriformis playing up, causing similar type of pain. Breathing into the belly here. Letting everything open up. And I would imagine you feeling great relief in your back when you do this, once you settle in. Take a couple of more deep breaths here. Well done. Okay, so we're going to come out of that now, come up onto the hands, and we're going to just take that right foot back gently, and we can just move around, maybe in a circular motion, just to loosen out a little bit here. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Spread through the hands, taking that knee behind the left wrist, seeing if you can, if you're very flexible, you'll take the right foot up behind the right wrist. Now, I can do that after many years of yoga, but many of us struggle with this one. So you can bring the foot into the middle of the mat and just ease into that hip, and always honouring the knee. So you don't want to feel like the knee is under any pressure. You want to be very careful of your knee in this posture. Coming down gently, feeling the resistance in the hip, and then seeing what you can tolerate there, honouring your knee. Coming down onto the elbows, forward onto the block or book, and you're going to ease in here. Really nice pose. Feeling everything open up. Really nice posture here. So you want to sit in there and get comfortable. And this is also great stretches for people that are doing running. A lot of running on the road running can really put a lot of pressure on the back. We want to open out everything. We want the breath to get in there. We want everything to bounce back up to normal. Giving ourselves a good stretch and a breath helps us to restore those muscles and tissues. Bringing lots of nice, fresh, oxygenated blood into the area. So take some nice deep breaths here onto the left side. Give it 2 more deep breaths here. And we're going to come out of that now. So you're going to release, coming back up, taking your knee back nice and gently, well done. And we'll take the knees directly underneath the hips again, spread through the hands, take the elbows out wide, make sure you're bringing the shoulders wide apart. We'll do a little cat-cow again here, like we did before. Dipping the tummy down, bring your chest through, palm in the air. Round through your back again. Another one of these, inhaling. And exhale, coming back to center again. So we're going to walk the knees up behind the wrists. We're going to cross the legs and we're going to come down onto a seat. So we're going to do a little twist here for the upper back, the neck and the shoulders, okay? So we've looked at the lower back. We're just going to do a little nice loosen out here. So as we take the right foot up, we'll heel toe out a little bit, maybe 2 fists from the knee, floint your left foot, and then you're going to take your right hand behind you. Make sure both sit bones are on the ground. You're going to raise your left arm up nice and high and lift up out of the left hips. Now you want to make sure you're getting your length. So you're going to create length from the hip all the way up. So you're reaching up, softening your shoulder, reaching up. You might want to create some space between the knee and the chest. And then you're going to twist from the base of the left ribs, take your elbow outside your right knee. You can wrap the right shoulder back here, and you're coming into a twist as you look in the direction of your heart here. And you breathe here into the belly. Now, often we can feel a bit restricted here in the breath as we're breathing in and out because we're twisting. So it's not usual that we're twisting and trying to breathe at the same time. So it can be a little bit tricky. Just focus on getting the breath into the belly. So by doing this twist from the lower back here, from the base of the left ribs, we're releasing the upper shoulder, back and neck. Releasing up the spiral line. Take a couple of breaths here. Well done. And release, come back to center. Take your right foot down and just bend your left knee up now. And both sit bones are on the ground. Take your left hand behind you, right foot flaunts. Raise your right arm, lift up out of the right pelvis, heel toe the left foot forward and twist from the base of the right ribs, elbow outside the left knee. Come into a nice tall spine. So you're going to try and get that integrity through the spine, wrapping the left shoulder back and just looking in the direction of the heart. So your neck is the last to move here. All the twist is happening from the base of the right ribs. Take your breath in. And again, meeting yourself where you're at. Breathing nice and deeply. Well done for giving yourself this time just to loosen out your back. You need to give the body a bit of time and breath and space. So well done. Take another couple of breaths here. And release. Well done. Coming back to center now. We're going to release the left foot and we're going to come down onto our backs for the last couple of exercises just before we go about our day. So lying on your back, take your knees up towards you. Now you don't want to be squeezing the knees right up into the chest. You want to be gentle here. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the knees around in a circular motion. So what we're doing is we're actually breathing into the belly and then we're also massaging the sacral area there. So it's actually really nice. You can close your eyes here, take some nice deep breaths, massaging that lower back sacral area. This should feel really good. So breathing deep into the belly. Nice gentle massage. Well done. Now, really nice. Nice deep breaths. Going back the other way. And then we're just going to bring the knees up to tabletop, take the arms out wide. We're going to take the knees down to the right. Now what I would encourage is a block or book in between the legs here, because often if the back is sore, then you're going to probably hold a bit of tension as well in the legs. So taking the block in between the legs or the book, okay, taking your knees up to tabletop, take the arms out wide, and then rotate the knees over to the right. And what you'll find here, there's less pull on the lower back here when the block is there. So you're going to go within your comfort here and try and release all the tension through the legs as you look to the left and allow both shoulder blades to hit the mat. So you're going to work on releasing tension through the legs and allow yourself to melt down into the pose. Breathing into the spine here, letting it unravel. Lovely deep breaths here. If you're in particular discomfort, you might find you need to let out a bit of a sigh here as you're releasing energy out through the back. Breathing deep into your belly. You're going to come back up to center now, nice and gently. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Knees to tabletop, rotate to the left and look over to your right. Taking the breath in there, releasing tension through the legs, letting the legs become heavy and relaxed. Let your spine unravel. And breathing into the back. One more deep breath here. And release. Well done. Bring the knees back up. You can release the block and take your legs down. Lie on your back for the resting Shavasana pose. So let your back relax now. Allow all of the body to release into your mat, palms facing up. Bring your chin towards your chest, elongating the back of the neck. And give yourself full permission here to let go of any tension right throughout the body as you scan from head to toe. Breathing deep into your belly. And let yourself float off for about a minute or two in silence. Letting the whole body relax and melt down into your mat. So you can stay here as long as you need. When you're ready, you're going to bend the knees up gently, and then you're going to roll to the side and take your hands to help yourself back up to your mat. So well done. You've just done a lovely back care few exercises, remembering the breath, bringing the breath into the back body to allow all the tissues to expand and release. Hope you enjoyed this practice with me, and if you do, maybe this every morning for the week, just to get your back loosened up before you start your day, I think it will be very beneficial. And I hope things improve. Thank you.